Hey guys, Matt from MrNoDStudios, and welcome back. Today we're going to be starting a new Let's Play, a new playthrough of Rimworld. This is a colony simulator by Tyne and Sylvester, and developed by Ludeon Studios. It's a really awesome, cool, fun game, and I know you guys are absolutely going to love this series. It's made by the same people who made Prison Architect, and when we get into the game, if you've never played Rimworld before, you'll actually notice that. Visually, it looks very similar to Prison Architect in terms of the character models, the way the map looks, and all that sort of visual aspects of the game. It looks very similar, and also kind of in the gameplay aspect as well. How you place items down and how you control your colony. It's done in a very similar way to Prison Architect, and you'll definitely see that once we get into the game. But anyways, that's just a little side note. I thought I'd mention that just because I did, quite an extensive series on Prison Architect. So if you've been with the channel for a long time, you would know that. And yeah, maybe you even watched that series or whatever. So I just wanted to draw a little bit of a correlation there. But anyways, let's go ahead and dive right into this game. We are playing in Alpha 17, just so you guys know the build there. And also, let's go ahead and check out what mods we're going to be using for this playthrough. Alright, so I have quite a few mods that we're going to be using. First off, I have the Cupro's Drink mod. This just allows me to brew a bunch of different kinds of soda, some different alcohols, and some other drinks, including some concentrated coffee, which I might actually end up using quite a bit in this game. It really depends, but the concentrated coffee is very useful if you don't want to use something very heavy like Psychite or Yayo in a fighting situation. But, I'm not going to dive into too much of that right now. We'll see it when we get to it later on in the game. The main reason I have this mod is so that way I can brew sodas, and that really helps out with keeping your colonists happy. They can't get addicted to the sodas, but they just get this refreshed feeling from it, and it overall just really helps out keep your colonists in a happy state of mind, and it helps keep them content with their lives. Alright, and then next up we have the Narco Drug mod. This is just an anesthetic. It's a very useful mod later on in the game. And then we have the Smoke Leaf Industry mod. This basically sounds like, what it is. Basically, it adds in a bunch of different recipes centered around smoke leaf, and I actually use smoke leaf quite a bit in this game, just because it's not as addictive as some of the other components. Now, with the Smoke Leaf Industry mod, you can actually make edibles, you can make flour, you can make a bunch of different concentrated drinks, and you can make a whole slew of items out of smoke leaf. It's just a great mod. I really love it, and it kind of just spices up the uses of smoke leaf, and I really love it. It's awesome. It's a great mod. I think you guys should all check it out if you are into using smoke leaf for its benefits for your colony. Anyways, next up we have the SAS Black Kit. This just adds in a bunch of different SAS themed items, weapons, clothing, that sort of thing. Then we have the Marine Corps Kit, and this is basically the same exact thing as the SAS Black Kit, except it's Marine Corps themed instead of SAS themed. And we have the Retro Joy mod. This just adds in a few different Joy items, like a TV with a gaming console, a Dungeons & Dragons set, a Sock'em table, a Rock'em and Sock'em table right there. We'll be using that in the beginning of the game quite a bit because it's very easy to build. You only need some wood, and it actually provides quite a little bit of happiness to your colonists. So we're definitely going to be building that. There's also an armchair and a different kind of table. This is the, I think they call it like a, let's see, it might be down here. Tiny retro hexagon table. So this is just sort of like a small, maybe 1 to 4 person sort of dining table styled thing. I don't know. I'll be placing it in a few of the personal rooms just for aesthetic, and also just so, people have a place to eat in their own abode if they choose so to eat there. Anyways, next up we have the Whaley's Dog mod. This just adds in new dog species into the game. It helps out with, animal variety and that sort of thing, so I just love to throw it in there. And then we have the Wandering Caravans mod. This just adds in an off chance that a wandering caravan with some pretty valuable items will stumble upon your colony. The mass storage mod, this just allows you to massively store one item. So let's say I have, say 70,000 wood, and I want to store all of this wood. Now I can with the mass storage, but I couldn't put in, sodas with the wood. I can only store one item per mass storage bin, but I can store an absolutely insane amount of that. I'm not exactly sure what the exact number is, but you can store an insane amount of a single item. So if you want to store a shit ton of steel or a shit ton of wood, this mod is very useful. It's going to become, extremely useful later on in the game when space becomes a problem. But, overall, it's a very useful mod, and I definitely do enjoy having it. Next up, we have the facial stuff mod. This just adds in a bunch of different facial features into the game. So it adds in things like eyes and mouth textures, some different beards. It adds in things like wrinkles. I think actually even in this mod, as your colonists get older, their hair will start to gray and start to white as it would in real life. So it's overall, it's just a fantastic mod. I really love it. It just adds in a very pleasing aesthetic to your colonists, and overall it just makes the game look a lot more pretty. So I do highly recommend this mod as well, in addition to the Smoke Leaf Industry mod. They're both two great, very well fleshed out and amazing mods over on the Steam Workshop. And then finally, we have the Hugs Library and the Psychology mod. I just have the Hugs Library because it's a prerequisite for the Psychology mod. And the Psychology mod pretty much just reworks the way psychology works in the game. It's a great little mod. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all of our mods. So let's go ahead and close out of that and begin creating our new colony. Alright, so for the scenario here, I'm just going to go with the default crash landed. The three of you awake in your crypto sleep sarcophagi to the sounds of sirens and ripping metal. You barely get to the escape pods before the ship is torn apart. Sometime later, you land on this unknown Rimworld. Your faction will be a new arrivals. You'll start with 3 people, and we've got all of these lovely items here. So we're going to start off with 800 silver. Now you can build furniture and structures and a whole bunch of different things out of silver, but its primary use is as a currency. Think of it as like sort of bottle caps in Fallout. That sort of same idea there. We start out with a few packaged survival meals. That'll keep our colony going just until we can get a farm going and stuff like that. We've got 30 medicine, 30 components, a bolt-action rifle, a pistol, a steel knife, a random pet. Hopefully we'll be getting... I'm really hoping we'll get a pet that we can milk, just because that's very, very useful. If you can get milk early on in the game, we can use it with that Smoke Leaf mod to actually make edibles and a bunch of different things. A bunch of very useful things. Also, I think milk on its own in this game is just a very healthy item to have and a very great item to have. Also, we have steel and a little bit of wood. And then scattered around the map, there are going to be some ship chunks, some more steel, and some more survival meals. So we'll definitely be scrounging around the map and just trying to look for those items a little bit in the beginning of the game. Alright, so next up we've got to choose our AI storyteller. I think I'm going to go with Phoebe Chillax here. We're going to put her on some challenge. Now basically the way Phoebe Chillax works is as the game progresses, the difficulty won't change much, but basically what she does is she'll give you a long period of peace in between harmful events. So if she sends like a huge raid to your colony, then she'll give you a large period of recuperation. Oops, sorry. Just threw my mouse across the desk there. But yeah, she'll give you a large period of recuperation between, disasters. So it's overall, it's a very, I think, balanced playthrough here with Phoebe Chillax. And yeah, I'm not too experienced with Rimworld. I think I have like something like 30 hours logged on Steam. So, I'm not the best at the game, so I don't want to put the difficulty too high. But yeah, we're just going to leave it there. You know, that being said, though, if you guys do have any suggestions or tips or things like that on how to play Rimworld better or more optimally, I'm definitely open to those ideas. So please just write me out a comment below, and I'll definitely look at it and answer any questions that you guys have. So let's go ahead, hit the next button, and here we have our creation of the world. So we're going to go ahead and randomize the seed. We'll just randomize it a few times. It doesn't really matter what it is. Let's see. We'll leave it at Zach. And then we'll just tack on a bunch of random numbers to make it that much more random. We'll set the global coverage to 100% because I have a pretty fast computer, so it should, it shouldn't take too long to generate. And we could just leave the overall rainfall and temperature at normal. So I'm going to go ahead and generate the world right now, and I'll be back when that's all finished. Alright guys, welcome back. So here is our planet all generated up and ready to go. So let's just, scroll in a little bit and examine what this world has to offer. So we can move around with the WASD keys or the arrow keys. Either one works just great. So as you can see, there are a large variety of biomes to choose from. So over here we have a tundra, we have an ice sheet, we have a boreal forest, temperate forests, we've even got rainforests. I don't know if I can find one here. We've got deserts. Let's see, there should be like a rainforest over here. Yup, tropical rainforest. So as you can see, there is a wide variety of climates to embark into. Now what I'm going to try and go for here is a temperate forest, or at least, a temperate region of some sort, so that way I get a variation in temperature, so that way I can't grow crops all year long, and that'll just add in an extra little layer of difficulty into the game. So let's just go ahead and search for a spot here, and I'll be back when I find something suitable. Alright guys, so I think I've found a pretty suitable location for us to go ahead and embark to. So first of all here, we've got a temperate forest climate. We've got some large hills. And the reason why I wanted some large hills is so that way I can dig into mountains and make stockpile areas and rooms out of the mountains. Sort of like a, dwarf fortress styled colony. Also, large hills in the beginning of the game make it very, very easy to set up fortifications for your base. So if you have, a bunch of hills surrounding a little point and in some point of the map, then you can go ahead and just close that off with walls. And it's actually a much, much easier process to do that than to, completely build a whole fortress. So that's the reason why I'm trying to embark in an area with a little bit of hillage. Just for that reason, it makes security a lot easier. Also, for our stone types, we have slate and marble, so not too bad. Our average temperature is going to be about 18.8 degrees Celsius with a winter temperature of 7 degrees Celsius. So it's not going to get too cold in the winter, but it is still going to be pretty damn cold, so we definitely want to be careful of that. We want to make sure our colonists have the proper clothing available to them. That we want to make sure they have nice, good, clean, quality clothing, so that way they don't get cold during the winter. Also, we have a growing period of 50 days, so that's not too bad. It's going to go from the 11th of December to the 1st of December. We get a pretty decent amount of rainfall here with 1,500 millimeters, so that's not too bad. Animals can also graze in this area, so that's perfect. Awesome. So yeah, overall, it looks like a great place to embark to. And let's just go ahead and click on that next button. So here we have our 3 colonists that we're going to be starting off with. Now here we can just, go ahead and randomize these and get some colonists that we really like. Ooh, this guy. That's not good. Yeah, that is not good. We do not want any anxiety or things like that. So yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and randomize all of these guys up, and I'll be back when I have 3 colonists that I really like. So see you guys then. Alright guys, welcome back. So here we have our 3 colonists all randomized up and ready to go. So one thing that I forgot to mention before I left off was that I am going to be offering a naming system in this game, as I did with my Dwarf Fortress series and a few other series as well. So basically what I'm going to do is I am going to name colonists after, you guys. So it's going to be really awesome. It'll be a great way to involve you into the series and get you a little bit more interested in what happens to our characters. So if you would like a colonist named after you, I'll include some more information about that in the description of this video. But basically all you have to do is comment below what you would like a colonist to be named, and also any occupational preferences you have. Now, I can't guarantee that you will get the occupation that you put down. I will try and I will try and match it to the best of my abilities, but I can't make any promises as to what occupation you will get. But yeah, definitely submit names. I really love to see all the different names you guys submit in the comments below, and I'm definitely looking forward to that. So if you guys have any questions about that, I'll try and include some more information about it in the description of this video if you're still confused. But basically, all you have to do is write out a comment with the colonist name that you want and the occupation that you want. It's pretty simple, and hopefully we can get everyone who wants to be involved in the series involved eventually once our once our colony gets big enough. Sorry, geez, whoo, I cannot do words today, apparently. So anyways, let's go ahead and examine our 3 characters that we're going to be starting off with here. So first of all, we have Lumine LeBlanc. First of all, great name, I love it. Oh, and also about the age. If you've never played Rimworld, basically there's 2 different kinds of ages. There's chronological age and biological age. So chronological age is the total years that this person has been in existence. So this would count all of the years that they have been alive and active, and also the years that they have been in something like crypto sleep or something similar to that. While their biological age is, I guess, the age that they have been living, the amount of days or years or combination of all of that they have been living. So if that makes any sense, I hope that made sense. But their biological age is basically how many years they've been living and walking around, while their chronological age is all of their ages combined, their crypto sleep hours, everything all squished together and bunched up into one thing. Alright, also another interesting thing about age in this game is it's kind of like real life, where as your characters age more, they will become more susceptible to diseases. Their immune system will start, getting a little bit weaker, and they will have some mental problems. So eventually, as your colonists get older, they will get susceptible to Alzheimer's and other mental diseases like that. And pretty much once they get Alzheimer's, they're pretty much gone. They're basically in a mental state. At least in the more severe forms of Alzheimer's in this game, they basically just go into a mental state, and they can't work, they can't do anything. So they're pretty much useless, and they will die eventually in that sense. Also, their organs can stop working. They can have problems with their organs. So while they may not necessarily die of old age, they can die of causes due to old age. So it's kind of like real life. Nobody dies due to old age. A colonist isn't going to reach age 100 and then mysteriously pass away because he's too old. They do die naturally as they would in real life, which is very cool. Anyways, let's just go ahead and get into our colonists here. So the first colonist, Lumine, is going to be our shooter and our melee. She's basically our hunter. So she has a passion for shooting and also a passion for melee. And that's really what I wanted. So passions basically multiply the amount of XP a colonist gets for performing a certain skill. So if they're, interested in melee or interested in shooting, they will get more XP for doing that, and they will also get joy for doing that activity as well. So you really want to try and get people who have a passion in a certain skill doing that skill. So that way they're more happy, you're less likely to have mental breakdowns and stuff like that. So our first guy right here is pretty much just going to be our shooter, our protector, and our hunter for the beginning of the game. She is steadfast, which means she is less likely, or actually no, wait, yes, no, she is, sorry. I read that wrong. She is less likely to break down under stress. Absolutely amazing trait. I love it. I love it. She is a stoner, which also lowers her mental break threshold. So that's awesome. Absolutely awesome. And she also has the green thumb trait, which gives her a +2 in growing. Now, I don't know if that's tacked on to the 2 that she already has here. I'm pretty sure it is. But yeah. I don't know if we'll be using her as a grower. We might if we lose a grower and then end up needing one. But for right now, I don't see any reason to make her a grower. Her skills are in shooting and melee, so I'm pretty much just going to keep her as a hunter. Alright, next up we have Sonia Buckley. She's aged 59. And she's just basically a jack of all trades. She's very interested in a lot of stuff, and this is why I chose her. Now, she does start off with one thing, and that is a bad back. Now, that really sucks for moving items, but it's okay, because I feel like all of these things really balance out that health issue. Alright, so for her traits, she is a socialite, which means our colony is going to be getting down quite a bit in the beginning of the game here. I've never actually embarked with a colonist who has the socialite trait to begin with. So this is definitely going to be very interesting. She's also an optimist, but she is greedy. And this is going to be a problem in the beginning of the game, because I am just going to set up, a sort of communal, communist-style dormitory room for everyone to sleep in initially. So she might get a little bit angry about that since she has to sleep with everyone else and she doesn't have her own bedroom. But other than that, I don't really see too much of a problem with her. She's great. She has a burning passion and a lot of skills. For the most part, she's going to be our miner in the beginning, but she also has a lot of animal skill and medicine skill, and also intellectual skill. So we will be using her as a researcher later on in the game. So overall, just a great character. I absolutely love Sonia. She's great. She's awesome. I just want to give her a kiss on the cheek. She's beautiful. I love her. I love her. I love her. And next up, or last off, we have Connor Sutton. He's age 51. And this guy, also similar to Sonia, is just basically a jack of all trades. He's very interested in pretty much every skill. The only skills he does not have an interest in is cooking, shooting, melee, and crafting. So, 4 skills he doesn't have an interest in? So that's really, really amazing. We can pretty much just set this guy up to do anything. Oh my god, look at his chronological age though. 478 years. Oh my god. This dude's like Yoda. He's been living forever. Holy crap. Anyways, he's also incapable of nothing. Like, he has no incapabilities. So that's really awesome. I don't think actually any of these guys do. Yeah, none of them do. Awesome. Yes, we have a great group of starting colonists here. Alright, so for his traits, he's outdoorsy, he loves to be outside, and he gets a mood boost when there's no roof over his head. So, this guy is actually primarily going to be our grower, our surgeon, our animal husbandry guy, and, on the side, a little bit of a miner in the beginning. So, he'll definitely be outdoors a lot. He's psychically sensitive, and I don't know what that actually does. I don't even know if there's ghosts in this game, but I guess we'll find out. Maybe we'll run into some ghostesses, and we'll get really spooked out. I don't know. Anyways, that's our 3 colonists. Once again, if you guys want a name, go ahead and see the description and write me out a comment. So let's go ahead and get right into this game. Let's click that start button, and I'll be back when we are into the game and everything is all loaded and set up to go. Alright guys, so here we are. We start off with this basic little debriefing of what has just happened and caused us to land miraculously on this Rimworld. So basically, the three of you awake in your crypto-sleep sarcophagi to the sound of sirens and ripping metal. You barely get to the escape pods before the ship is torn apart. Sometime later, you land on this unknown Rimworld. As pieces of the shredded starship fall around you, you start making plans on how to survive. Alright, and then it looks like our escape pods are going to come crashing down right there. Yes, perfect, perfect, perfect. So there's our three colonists. And what animal did we start off with? Stubbles! Ooh, that's an interesting name for a dog. That is a very interesting name for a dog. So this is a male boxer dog of 6 years. Not too bad, not too bad. I do want to train this guy. Yeah. I'll just set him up for obedience training just for right now, because our colonists are going to be very busy in the beginning of the game, and the most important thing is just keeping this dog alive for right now. We can always train him later and the such. So let's just go ahead and unforbid all of the items here. If I can talk, Jesus Louise. Alright. And let's also go ahead and unforbid all of the wood, all the components, all the silver, all this stuff right here. And let's get Lumi to go ahead and equip that bolt action rifle, because she's our hunter. She's going to be our main shooter and protector in the beginning of the game here. We can also get Sappy. Let's see. Wait, does Sappy have any shooting? No. Well, neither does Sutton. Well, Sappy has a little bit more shooting skill than Sutton, so I'm going to go ahead and give her the pistol, and we can give Sutton the knife there, just so that way everyone has a little bit of protection, and they're, you know, not bare naked. The next thing I want to go ahead and do is actually just go ahead and look around the map and find those 3 ship chunks that are going to be laying dispersed throughout the map. So there's one right there. We're going to go ahead and deconstruct that. And basically that's just going to give us a few useful items. We can also go around and look at some of these metals. So I want to get the compacted machinery. That'll give us components. I also want to go ahead and mine this compacted steel, because the starting amount of steel, they never give you enough in the crash landed scenario. So you definitely want to go ahead and get more if that's possible. Alright, so that looks good right there. There's also some more steel down here. Overall, this is looking like a great map. We've got lots of different minerals. We've got these huge hills right here blocking us off from the bottom of the map and also from the eastern side right here. So that's very, very useful. Yeah, I mean, we actually started off in a very good place. A very, very good place. Anyways, I'm getting a little bit distracted here. I'm supposed to be finding the ship chunks, but as you can see, I'm not doing that too well. So there's the second one. There should be one more. Let's see. Where are you? Do not play hard to find, young one. There you are. So there's the 3 ship chunks. We're going to go ahead and deconstruct all those and get some useful supplies. Now, the next thing I would like to do is go ahead and set up some steel walls, just sort of enclosing myself into this secure area over here. We'll just set that up like that, just so we're kind of covered from below. Alright, and then let's build some steel doors over here. Why not? I'm thinking I actually... I'm going to actually put the doors on this side. And we're going to do 5 doors there. And I suppose we could... Actually, we don't even need to build that wall right there for right now. We could just set up a few steel doors over here. Alright, that looks great. It looks fantastic. Let's see. Let's just connect these hills, man. So we'll move that over like that. Move that. Boom. And then we can just take that straight down. Perfect. Oh my god. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And then we just need to add in some doors on this side as well. And also some doors up top. Yeah, I think that's actually pretty good. I think we have doors going out of every single cardinal direction. Yup, we do. Alright, yeah, that looks perfect. So we can just go ahead and set the game on a speed of 3 and let our colonists do what they need to do. Alright, so let's just go ahead and open up the research tab. The first thing I want to go ahead and research, and my colonists won't get started on it yet because we don't have a research bench, but I'm going to, just select it anyways, just so when we do get one, they will start building on it once they have, some free time. What I am going to go ahead and research first is, it's either got to be pemmican or brewing. That's what I'm thinking of starting out with here. Let's just go ahead and do pemmican, just so we have a use for meat and it doesn't, immediately go bad as we get it. Alright, we could speed the game up a little bit. Let's see, what are these guys doing? They're just over here mining out that steel I told them to get. That's great, though, because we are definitely going to need that for the walls that we're building. Ooh, did someone just throw up? Did you just throw up? Are you guys alright? Oh yeah, that's right. Maybe her bad back caused her to throw up. I don't know what. Or maybe he just pissed his pants. Is that piss? That's some pretty yellow piss, bro. Bro, you gotta go get a drink, man. Like, get some water, boy. You dehydrated as fuck. Ooh, there's a raccoon there. Oh yeah, also, another interesting thing about this game is any animal you can see, you can hunt it and tame it. Now, I absolutely love that, dude. You can have a freaking army of pet raccoons hauling around all of your shit for you. Like, what other game can you do that in? What other game, man? It's freaking awesome. I love it. Just the amount of animals in this game. Oh my god, I just love it. I love the fact that I can tame a turkey and, make it into a pet. It's freaking awesome, man. It's like Dwarf Fortress where they have crazy freaking aardvark pets and they have drakes as pets. Oh my god. It's crazy stuff, man, but it's awesome. I love it. I do love it. Anyways, I think that's about all we've got time for in this episode. So I'm going to go ahead and end it off there. Sorry we didn't get to, accomplish too much in this first episode, but we did get to set up our colony, set up our 3 colonists, and sort of, just get the ball rolling. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed this episode and you want to see some more Rimworld, please leave me a comment below and also hit that thumbs up button. I really appreciate it. Also, if you want to get notifications for whenever my new videos come out, just make sure you hit that little bell icon and enable the notifications. If you guys liked this video, please leave a like, please comment, and please subscribe. It really helps out, and it really does mean a lot. And I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye!